Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today I'm filming my picks for the week, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time and possibly do it in a couple of parts. So I was trying to think of something to do, we're a couple of days, it's December 30th here, so we're nearly at, New Year's Eve, and I wanted to think of a way to kind of recap over my year. So for background, I got into wax early this year. I think my first sort of purchases were maybe late January, and my collection has exploded over the year, and I've tried a lot of vendors. My intention for next year is to be a little bit tighter in my purchasing. So what I thought I might do for my picks this week is pick at least one thing from every vendor in my collection, and maybe just chat a little bit about what my plans are. Do I see myself buying from them a lot next year or not so much? And just a general kind of chat about the vendors that I've given a go. Now, I've worked pretty hard to try most vendors. By the way, background noise, you'll probably hear the background, the air conditioner, because it's quite hot today, and that also my dog just flopped on the floor, so apologies if it is a little bit noisy in the background. So this one may go over a couple of parts. I'm going to try and keep the videos to about 20 minutes because I will be sort of chatting about, because I have tried a lot of vendors, there's a lot of different wax here, and then potentially I'll probably touch on as well I've got a couple of new vendors that should be arriving today, and if there is anyone I'm sort of keen to try in 2020. That said, my aim for 2020 is to try to keep things a bit tight and maybe not try so many new vendors, and just sort of stick to the ones that I know and love, but we'll see. So I'll get stuck into it, and I'm not going to do these in any particular order. I thought about going out by alphabet or something like that, but I'm just going to get stuck straight into it. And by the way, this is my plans to melt this week, and the lighting's going to change as well, because we've got there's a blind to my right, window, but it's quite windy, so there's a bit going on. Some of this stuff might get swapped out when I receive my big box. I've got a 17-pound box from a mouth forwarder coming today, which is very exciting. So let's get stuck into it. So today I'm going to go through the vendors that I've picked multiples of first. There we go. There's an order to start with. So let's start with Super Tarts. So I've picked a few Super Tarts pieces, and given that I have my ready to stock Wax Wednesday order arriving today, there might be a lot of Super Tarts this week. In fact, this channel might become, for the next little while, the Super Tarts channel, because I will have so much. But it really is, absolutely, I would say you will see a lot of this on my channel in 2020. It really has fast become, definitely my favorite US brand, if not one of my favorite brands in total. It's just, it hits all the boxes for me. Unique blends, strong throw with not much quantity. One cube is more than enough. There's really no other vendor I've tried that I can say that consistently about. Good sizes, because she does so many clamshells. I like having that option to get smaller, and sometimes shot cups as well. I like being able to buy smaller wax. Just all round, some of my absolute favorite blends out of any vendor are from Super Tarts. So definitely, because I went so big at Wax Wednesday, I don't think I'll be getting much for a while, but definitely there are some blends that I will want to keep pre-purchasing from Super Tarts. So this week, Yondu, which I've actually got on at the moment. Also planning on doing Theriault, which I cannot remember what it is. I can't remember. Smells good. Every week, by the way, I'm picking one from my Game of Tarts sampler and one from the Fake and Bake sampler. So lavender cream, and then I will use up the last of Merlin, which was like silver birch and something else, something. So yeah, definitely will be repurchasing from that vendor. Then here I have Rose Girls. So right now I'm melting these two, so Satsuma and Mango Sorbet. So I got a couple of mini melter samplers, and I'm going to use this sample that I got quite a while ago, Black Cherry Mango Kool-Aid. Rose Girls, look, I like Rose Girls, but I'm not in love. So I think some of the things that I struggle with is being in Australia, I find it hard to make her releases. They just happen at not a very, friendly time for me. Soup Tarts pretty much always launches when I'm up, which is fantastic. Not intentional, but it is great. Rose Girls, yeah, just it's hard for me to make her ready to stocks, and often even if I do wake up for it, things sell out. The releases that she does do are often there's not enough in them to motivate. There might only be one or two things per release that motivate me to purchase. I do like the mini melter samplers, so if she does like a best of 2019 sampler, I'll probably grab that. And the mini melter bags themselves, they're just too big, and that's why I kind of like the samplers. So yeah, if she does different variations of samplers, I might get into those this year, but other than that, I like her. Her wax performs reasonably well. It's not an amazing throw in my house. But yeah, I don't think that it will be the year of Rose Girls for me, personally. Then, candles from the keeping room. So, I've got a couple of picks here. So, fresh strawberry cut grass and orange caramel zucchini. I'm going to finish those off. This one I think I was actually planning, I might mix it up with some ginger ale. Yeah, so Candles from the Keeping Room is a solid performer. Am I going to get much in 2020? I don't. I've actually got a fair bit already sitting back there. Look, probably it's not one I'm going to be going nuts for, particularly because the big tart bags that she does are a little bit big for me. But I really like the samples that she does. So every now and then I think potentially, but yeah, she's not going to be, I wouldn't say she's going to be a priority to purchase from this year. Next, so got quite a few picks for this week from this vendor, Maple and Wattle. So this one I've got melting at the moment, that's Earl Grey and sugared apples. I was planning on mixing up some pink lemonade and some blood orange. Another one from my very gory sampler. From the It sampler, Beat Beat Richie. Berry meringue pie, very nice wax chunk. And then from the Spring Plum sampler. So I think I just wanted to sort of make sure I picked from all of the samplers and stuff that I have. Maple and Model, definitely yes, my favourite Australian brand. She just does the prettiest wax, great throws, blends. Like, you don't get blenders in Australia much. Most vendors do just single oils. So fantastic creativity. So definitely we'll see a lot more. I've got a lot to get through from her at the moment. So, no hurry at the moment, but definitely she's just, a solid, always going to feature in the collection. Next, Jessas Homespun scents. So you'll see a few ginger ales because I've decided to, at the same time, I'm going to do run all of my different ginger ales and just compare, go room to room and see which ones I like the most. So Jessas is a favourite of mine. I like her pre-order method. I don't often love pre-orders, but because she offers everything, so that's kind of for me, I guess, the difference between, say, her and a vendor like Rose Girls. Rose Girls, she'll do a pre-order and she'll have a lot of stuff that I've never encountered before. They're all in bigger sizes. Like the smallest generally you can get is like a chunk muffin, which is still quite big. And she just, and not a wide variety. So I often skip her pre-orders just because of those sorts of reasons. Whereas Jessas, her whole catalogue is available, so you can pick anything from her catalogue. She does shot cups, which I love. Like, if I'm buying a scent I've never tried before, I don't want a bigger quantity than this. so that's fantastic for me. You know, her pre-orders are well run. She keeps everyone updated. It's just a perfect pre-order system for me. So definitely I've already got some scent favorites that I'll make sure I keep stocked up. There's a few new scents that she's bringing out this next pre-order, which I want to try. I did a big order in late this year, so I've got a lot to still work through and try, like a lot of bakery and a lot of things like that. So I think I'll have a good sense of the scents that I like and the ones that I'm not as keen on once I've worked my way through those. But yeah, no, definitely Jessas is going to be a feature. And then we have another Australian vendor, so Pumpkin Parcel. So these are both from, she did like a Twilight collection, and they both smell really good. Pumpkin Parcel again. You can kind of tell the vendors that I had multiple picks for this week are the ones that, you know, will definitely feature in 2020. Great price, does sales, great wax, you know, does blend, you know, does some blending and then some single oils, has really nice kind of natural, woodsy, greenery type scents, like some of my favorites of those. Just all round, you know, lovely person. I think it corrupted. I'm really upset because I haven't posted it. So I actually did do a feature video on Pumpkin Parcel, but I haven't posted because I can't seem to get the video to work. But anyway, yes, definitely Pumpkin Parcel you'll see more of. Next, so I have Waxen Ins. So I've got, I'm trying to use up the rest of this rain sampler. So Spring Rain Lavender Vanilla, and then Pineapple and Ginger Ale. So Waxen Ins is a funny one, and I feel like even for me, like they're still very underrated. Everything is custom, so, you know, in some ways that's fantastic. You can literally go on and anything from her scent list, you can make up blends, you can order anything and any shape. She's got so many different shapes, and she's, you know, really well priced. And, you know, sorry, the dog's barking a bit. You know, so really great in that respect, and the wax performs really well. Like, I actually can't fault Waxen Ins, but it just doesn't, I think because it is all custom, sometimes I just can't be bothered coming up with custom blends. Like, so if I have something specific in mind, that's fantastic, but often I don't. I tend to leave, like, I'm more likely to order from, say, Super Tarts and sort of, you know, trust her judgment than try to come up with something on my own. That said, you know, like Pineapple and Ginger Ale was something I knew that I wanted. And so for simple kind of combos like that, I think it's great. So yeah, I feel like Waxen Ins, I probably won't, I don't know, it's hard to say. I don't think it'll be one that features super highly in my collection, just because I can't even explain it. It's weird. As I'm just not drawn to it, even though the wax is great. So I think that's the answer. I should be ordering more from her, but I just feel like, yeah. Anyway, we'll see. Next we have L3 Waxy Wonders. So I've got. So these are. So I've got 3 different things I've got. So this one I pretty much carry over every week. It's kind of like my backup scent. If I feel like, because the weather's been hot but a little bit variable here, I've found that just having something, this is good for warm weather. It's like, it's got grapefruit and it's got sea air and it's got some other stuff. Quite refreshing. I like to, you know, if I feel like I don't have enough warm weather scents, then at least I've got this as a backup to sort of throw in. This is a great Pilar Santo blend. Pilar Santo Leaves Mellow Fireside. I've got a few Palo picks for when the weather's going to pull down, I think, tomorrow. So I've got a few Palo picks for that. And then, and this is a really kind of complex one because it's a couple of house blends. But it's really nice. So L3, I feel like L3 is not one I'm going to go crazy on, but I feel like it will feature. She has some really nice blends, and I think I like some of, you know, her ambers, and her Pilar Santo is actually seems to be my favourite. You know, whether it's the way she blends it or if it's the oil itself, I'm not sure, but the only vendor that's come close for me in terms of getting really good Pilar Santo is Theriault Wax Tarts. So, you know, I think just for that, I will, you know, potentially come back to L3 for some more Pilar Santo. You know, and I like her amber and her patchouli blends are really good, and her rainstorm and pheromones and things like that. So she's got quite a few oils there that I don't see vendors do the same sort of stuff with. Like, she does things with them that I can't get elsewhere. So yes, I probably will come back to her. I've got too many scoops at the moment, so until I work through some scoops, I think I need to go on like a scoop ban. And yeah, so, you know, she's a solid performer with some of my favorites, is L3, and I like the way she does releases. So, you know, I might grab some, you know, do some small hauls here or there. So I'll keep going. I'm going to go to the 20-minute mark, and then I will do part 2. So that's all of the vendors that this week I've got multiples of. Now I've got a pile over this side with ones that I just sort of picked one. And that's not to say that I'm not in love with the vendor. Oh no, Baby Got Waxed. It was literally just how I sorted them. So Baby Got Waxed, an Australian vendor. So Blue Cypress and Jasmine, and Apple Blossom and Peaches. This one's really nice. So look, yes, so Baby Got Waxed was one of my first vendors. Was one of literally, I think, the first vendor maybe that I ordered from. And I just placed an order up for her Boxing Day sales. So I am still ordering from her. Just, you know, she's easy access and does some nice stuff. Sometimes her wax texture bugs me a bit. So she uses a soy blend, the type of soy, I think it's like for container candles. So you can see how it gets stuck there. Now, I gotta say, and I have seen comments like this around, not all pure soy probably does that. Soy is quite a soft, crumbly wax. A lot of soy vendors you can get soy wax that is a lot firmer. You know, I think Pumpkin Parcel has switched now to a firmer soy blend, and so she used to have wax that did that, but now hers is sort of shinier and not like that. So normally there's like additives, I think, but not paraffin, to get that kind of firmer sort of soy wax. But Baby Got Wax doesn't use that. She uses this very soft stuff. Now, I don't mind it, but it's, especially as it ages, it's really difficult to get out of the clamshells intact. So you can see how it breaks up and sort of, you know, leaves stuff behind, which I find a little bit annoying. Yeah, so I'm finding that her wax, the scent is still okay, but it maybe just doesn't age as well as it could. So of the Australian vendors, I'd say I would probably not be ordering from her as much as, say, from Maple and Wattle or from Pumpkin Parcel. Also, mostly she has a few house blends, but mostly she just does single oils, so which I'm sort of moving away from unless I want to blend. So yeah, I like I like Baby Got Wax, but I'm not sure how much I will go to her in 2020. So look, that's the end of part 1. I will clear the stage, and I will reset and come back momentarily for part 2, so stay tuned.